Hello, loves. It's Hils from the Blue Flame Apothecary. Today, I'm feeling called towards Regulus, the heart of the lion. On this day, here in California, the 21st of August, the sun is moving into its period of exact conjunction with the star Regulus, the guardian of the northern gate in the sky. There's some really lovely energy associated with this star, and one of the ways that we're going to go in to this energy is through its location a little bit. So Regulus is, of all the fixed stars, is the closest to the ecliptic, which is the path that the sun, the moon, and the planets, it's like the line that they all kind of follow. And of all of the fixed stars that we see in our sky, Regulus is the closest, which means that when it comes into conjunction with the sun or with a planet, with the moon, it is very, very, very closely conjunct. They're moving right over the top. And occasionally, it doesn't happen very often, but occasionally, because it's so close to the ecliptic line, a planet will pass over the top and occult the star itself. So it becomes invisible to our eye. And this actually has happened with Venus in kind of our lifetimes. I think it happened in like 1993 or something like this. But it was during this time of year, so the sun was also there and you couldn't actually see it happen. Visibly, I think it happened around 1943, again with Venus. So feeling into the energy of it being the closest to the planetary precession line. I saw it referenced as like the sun's red carpet, and I like that. The ecliptical is this like parade line. And Regulus is right there. We can start to feel how much impact this star could possibly have on us as well. One of the most common energetic associations with this star is that it connects in with the crown chakra, and this is partly, the north gate, so you can kind of feel into that sort of energy. It's also very high vibratory, and as its name suggests, it is a regulator of sorts. It's been called the heart of the lion. It's also where it's located is at the base of the sickle in the constellation of Leo. It used to be in conjunction with the sun during Leo season, but because of the precession of the stars, it's now actually located in Virgo, the 0 degree of Virgo, in fact. And this is interesting, so I'm sorry, I know I'm skipping around a lot here, but there's a lot of information that's come through. One of the things that has come through is that in the time, like the kind of Gnostic Christian time of Mary and Yeshua, the Magdalena, during Mary's ascension, so around August 15th, This is also the same day that the Feast of Sophia is celebrated. That used to coincide with the sun's conjunction with Regulus. It's every name that it has ever had has been associated in some way with kingsmanship. And this again is kind of that crown chakra. You know, you think of kings and queens, they have crown. The star is also this very, very intimately connected to the star Sirius. And one of the ways in which it's connected is it opens the crown chakra. It's a lens, a regulator, and it opens the crown chakra so that the codes from Sirius, from that stellar dimension, can come through and ignite the heart consciousness. It helps, it's that red carpet again, right? It helps to roll out the red carpet so that these codes of divine love, these light codes of love, can come through and anchor. And in many ways, the job of Regulus is to help hold the gate open in order for us to evolve into our more heart conscious selves. So the next couple of days are pretty amazing, right? Like, you thought we were all done. Lionsgate is closed. It's kind of a mellow week. And this last week, I don't know about you, but for me, it has been full of like really busy, but also like a lot of integration, a lot of shifts. And like even the way I have my daily morning practice has changed. Instead of being a kind of still, laying in bed, allowing whatever's coming in, now I'm getting up very, very early and going and taking a walk and watching Sirius and the sunrise. So even these things like that are innate to who I am have been shifting, and I'm curious if you guys have noticed any of that as well, because it feels like this momentum that we have been going through in the portal of destiny energy, which is still happening right now. It's actually about to get hit again. The fixed grand cross is about to get hit again on the new moon with Venus. Regulus is also part of a fixed grand cross. The four royal stars that mark the gates, the north, south, east, west gates, are all located in the fixed signs, and they represent the fixed grand cross in the sky for us. We've talked about fixed is transitional. It helps the passage of one space to the next. It's almost, you could almost think of it as like that void space, right? And this kind of comes into the Sophia Mary thing. I'm not going to get too far into the weeds on this because I'm actually facilitating a live transmission share circle about it's the wisdom lines, the light code lines of the Sophia and Mary, the mother lineage, and how it's associated with this north gate of Regulus in the Blue Flame Apothecary members portal. So if you're interested at all, I'll put a link below. You can come check out the members portal and join, and all of the things that are amazing there, the discounted prices for one-on-one sessions, the lunar cycle oracle readings, and apothecary treats, all the goodies in there. And you also, if you're joining at that anchoring or accelerating level, you get access to the Blue Flame frequency program and to the Light Codes frequency program. And as I was tuning in for this particular conjunction, this Regulus, and how it's related to Sophia and how it's related to Mary the Mother, it came in that this Light Codes program was almost the 101 course for what's coming in for this particular transmission. I also facilitated here on YouTube a live for that Light Codes program, and I'm going to put a link. I think I'll end cap this video with that as well. That program was really nice, and a beautiful labradorite meditation came through during that live YouTube. There is some really beautiful energy coming through, much like when the energies of the portal of destiny started to open at the end of July, as the Lion's Gate opened, and then we had new moon, full moon, and that kind of closed the Lion's Gate and gave us a little bit of time to recalibrate. Regulus in this conjunction with Soul feels like it's opening us up a little bit more to start to anchor the now risen Sirius light into our beings. Venus is very, very active on the new moon that's coming up this weekend, and has also been very active at sunrise. She's been moving into she's been in a conjunction with Soul, and they're starting to separate now as Soul is moving on to onto Virgo. I'm laughing because there's some really, really amazing templating that's happening on this new moon with the Gnostic asteroids, Yeshua and Isa, which is the Islamic name for Jesus, and the asteroid named after Adam, and the asteroid named after Eve being conjunct with Mars, who is just entered Gemini and is going to remain in Gemini for like a record-breaking amount of time, like until next year. I'm going to get into all of that as I begin to download and post up the Cosmic Light Drops newsletter. I expect to have that in the next day or two posted for you guys, and I'll pop back in and do another energy update as that comes through a little bit more. I feel called to leave you with a practice. As we start to move into this Regulus conjunct Soul energy. Feels like where we're going to start with this practice is tapping into the wisdom lines. That's what Sophia means, wisdom. A lot of times when we hear that word wisdom, it goes here. It goes into the mental realm. We think wisdom means mental intelligence. And yeah, absolutely. Mental intelligence is beautiful. So let's start there. In a way, allow the window, the door at the top of your head to begin to open. You can see it as a bright light. You can see it as an actual window sliding open. When it's open, it's almost like a pressure in your head is released, like a clamp or a vice that's been holding you, constricting you, is kind of let go a little bit, maybe a couple of notches, maybe a few, released on the sides. And there's more space now. There's more space. And in that space, things can move around more easily. It's also creating space to allow new to come in. Perhaps it's coming in from your soul star chakra. Some gifts and talents, things from other incarnations that you are ready to integrate into this incarnation. And it flows. I'll describe the way I'm seeing it, and you see it how it appears, or feel it, or hear it, or taste it, how it appears for you. For me, it has this like liquid light, almost like those old 70s psychedelic kind of plasma screens that they used to use at rock concerts, with different colors swirling around and little blobs of other colors. And as these colors, this light, this sensation, however it's showing up for you, permeates your entire brain, you can allow it now to funnel down, through your entire head and anchor into your heart. There it blooms out. It blooms out. And as it blooms out, you can allow it to anchor further down into the earth. If that's where you're called, you can allow it to just stay there. Allow it to simply stay in your heart center and do all the things that it needs to do there. Maybe it travels down your arms, or into your solar plexus or diaphragm, or into your navel chakra. This is a practice, the way that it came through is a sort of guided meditation, but really this is an invitation for you to explore the ways in which opening the crown can facilitate opening the heart. A lot of times, for me, the way that meditations come in is through the heart and then up and down. This is a really beautiful time for playing around with how sometimes it can come from the mind. Sometimes it can come from the mind. I'm going to share this because this just came through, is over the last couple of weeks, we've been really, really moving and clearing in our emotional bodies. And the way that energy often likes to move is through a clearing of the emotional body, a releasing of the trauma that's held within your emotional body, whatever that might be. And however it's, it could be from past incarnations, lineage, it could be from this incarnation, but it moves through the emotional body first, then it hits the mental body and is allowed to release further from there. Then it moves into the physical and releases from there. So a way to feel into this is the moment of awareness comes in. The trigger or whatever might be allowing you to access this emotionally held fear, sadness, grief, trauma, whatever flavor it's showing up as, comes through your heart, and your heart can expand or contract at that moment. If you allow your heart to expand at that moment and feel the feels that are coming through without having to fully re-experience. You don't have to go back to the trauma. It's about allowing yourself to see and feel that this occurred. And then your mental realm can come in and say, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. These two dance together. Whatever it is, wherever it's been locked in your physical being, it can clear from there, and then the light can come in. And this is in one way a description of the path to illumination or enlightenment. I feel like this is coming in at this exact moment because we have just done all of this hard, expansive work and emotional body clearing through the portal of destiny and the Lion's Gate, and it feels as if Regulus has come in now to be like, okay, now we can allow the space that you've made to move through. And it's not simply allowing the new to come in, but also the stories that were attached to that emotional weight. With the weight taken off of the helium balloon, now that can go. That story can go. It's not, I never experienced those things. It's, I don't need to, they don't define who I am. They don't define who I am, who I think I am. And so then you're able to make space for this new light to come in. And, a lot of times for us, where it gets stuck is either in this mental realm or in somewhere wherever we're holding it physically. For me, it's often the diaphragm, which in transference healing is called the Chiron point, and Chiron is being very activated once again on this new moon. So if you tend to feel this like density in the area of your diaphragm, it could be that you're holding something there, and maybe there's something to witness and ask, do I need to shift something? Do I need to re-examine something? Do I need to let something go? So I suppose there's a few practices there, but they feel very interconnected, don't they? Again, it would be amazing if you feel called to join the Blue Flame Members Portal. If you join before Tuesday afternoon Pacific time. You'll have access to the live transmission, Regulus, Sophia, Wisdom Lines, Mary, the Mother, and you'll have instant access to the Blue Flame Frequency Program and the Light Codes Masterclass. You'll also receive, the August members gift is still active right now. Those yummy jasmine moonstone rollers. There's all kinds of good stuff in there. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like the video, ring the bell so you know when I post new updates. The new issue of Cosmic Light Drops will be out in the next day or two. I'll throw a link below so you can read the last one and subscribe to have that dropped straight to your inbox. You can follow me on Facebook or Instagram at Blue Flame Apothecary. And you can visit the website, blueflameapothecary.com, if you want to check out one-on-one sessions, or if you feel called to explore the shop, the apothecary shop. I've been updating the descriptions of the products to give more information about the crystal grids and the different herbs in there. So there will be links for everything below, and I hope that the next couple of days for you, opening this crown chakra, your north gate, is beautiful. As always, in always, so much and many loves to you from all the dimensions.